Hi, this is going to be a chance for us to talk about the Community Energy Aggregation Program. We're going to go through what it is, why it is of benefit and why it is of interest to ratepayers in southeast Massachusetts as well as other parts of the Commonwealth, how it works, and then I'll let Philip take most of the questions that I ask. I'm Ross Perry with Southeast Regional Planning and Economic Development District. We've been serving communities in this part of Massachusetts for over 30 years. And one of the projects we work on is ways to reduce costs for residents and as well as helping increase services for the towns. With me today is Philip Carr, Director of Business Development from Good Energy. Good Energy is an independent consultant working for SRPEDD and the communities involved, and they will serve to handle all the administrative work with the Department of Energy and Resources as well as the Department of Public Utilities. They will handle the bid and they will serve as our energy consultant, your energy consultant throughout this whole process. So Philip, thank you for joining me here today. Maybe you could explain in more detail what the Community Energy Aggregation Program is.
Right. So thanks, Ross. So Community Energy Aggregation, also known as municipal aggregation, is essentially the bulk purchasing of electricity for all residential and business accounts in your community that have not already selected a competitive supplier. The benefits of this program are as follows. You will get a single household will get the same purchasing power as the largest industrial user by banding together all of your residential and business accounts in one large buying group. And what's even more exciting is we're banding together all of the businesses, not just in one community, but in 23 communities across the South Coast region, but also reaching out into the center and up into the north of the Commonwealth. You will save money because while the utility is mandated to pass on the costs of power purchased on specific days of the year, we can purchase whenever we want, whenever the market conditions are favorable. The utility has to purchase on a certain day of the year, which means if the markets are high that day, they're going to purchase that day. That's why you've been paying such high rates last winter. So what this program can do means that you can suddenly step out from what the utility's been doing and purchase strategically.
And my understanding, Philip, is you get more than just a good price. There are other benefits of this program as well.
Absolutely right. So you can get you get the budget stability. The utility rate changes twice a year, whether you're behind Eversource or National Grid. With this program, you have one rate that's not going to change for the duration of the contract term, which might be 2 years or longer. And that's a great thing, because also at the same time, you get advantageous contract terms. Now, we know a lot of people have been getting offers in the mail from different competitive suppliers. Many of those offers have termination fees. This program has no termination fees. And also, you get exactly the same quality of service from your utility, whether it's Eversource or National Grid, as you received before the program commenced.
So if a customer has a problem with electricity, snowstorm comes and takes out the wires, electricity stops, who do they call?
You call National Grid or Eversource, whoever your utility provider is, and they will come and fix your lines exactly the same both before and after the commencement of the program.
Will these distribution companies treat the customers any differently because of the municipal aggregation program?
No, they'll treat you the same. You have to think about these utilities these days. They make no money on the actual commodity itself. You remain their customer regardless of whether you've elected a third-party supplier, elected another competitive supplier. So you remain their customer. A good way to think about them these days is a little bit like FedEx or UPS. Their business model is based on delivery, and their goal is to deliver you power, and they must make sure that you have that power when you need it.
Will they be getting multiple bills through this, or will they just get one bill each month?
Great question. You will still get one bill. So the only difference on that bill, you make one payment to the utility, you receive one bill, is on the bill itself. If you look under the line item for the cost of the commodity, you will see that there is a different rate compared to what those people who are on with the utility are actually paying. It'll also show the name of the supplier. And one of the things we do as a consultant is for this buying group of communities and for your community is we run a highly competitive bid with some of the largest and most responsible power companies in the country who will fight to win your business. So you will have the best rate within the given market conditions.
Well, speaking of rates, can you estimate what the average household will save each year?
Yeah, we would estimate the savings would be in the region of between $80 to $120 a year. Now, the rates are released 6 weeks ahead of time before they're implemented. So we can't give you an annual saving ahead of time, but these programs are due to go into effect concurrent with the new rate change for the winter. So behind National Grid, we're expecting these programs to commence in November, and behind Eversource, they should commence in January. And a very important thing to bear in mind is that you must look at your savings on an annualized basis. So if you're saving $140 during that 6-month winter period, and you're losing $40 in the summer, that's $100 savings over the course of 12 months.
So the ratepayers and their service at that time.
Right. So when the contract expires, ahead of time, as a consultant, we'll be working with your elected officials and municipal leaders to ensure that all of the that everything is in place to run another competitive bid, and residents will receive another opt-out letter, and that opt-out letter, if you do not want to participate in the program, you send back the letter that is sent to you. If you do want to participate, then you just do absolutely nothing. We should talk a bit about the opt-out letter. Mechanically, the way this program works is that every single resident and business in your community who has not already elected a competitive supplier will get sent a letter saying, this is your new rate, this is how long the contracted term is for. If you do not want to participate in this program, send it back. Send back this letter. However, if you do want to participate, you do absolutely nothing, and you will be enrolled, and you will have the new rate, which gives you the budget stability and the savings. And also, crucially, there are absolutely no early termination fees. So you can leave this program whenever you want for no penalty.
And if they were to move locations across town or out of town, what happens in that case?
If you move location, if you close your account and open a new account at a new address, you will be sent a new opt-out letter. And once again, if you do want to be enrolled, do nothing. If you do not want to be part of the new program, then you should send back the opt-out letter.
If a customer stays in this program, do they have to change any equipment at their house or change their meters?
Absolutely not. Nothing changes at all. The only thing that changes with this program is the one line on the bill, which explains the cost of the commodity and the source from where it comes from, as in which energy company is providing it.
Will a ratepayer be notified when they've been successfully enrolled in the new program?
You'll be enrolled in the program when you receive your first bill with the community rate in it.
Now, another benefit that you mentioned in this program is the ability to select how much of your power is from a renewable source or a green source. Can you explain a little bit how that would work?
That's another great thing about the program, is if your community would like to increase the amount of renewable energy in your electricity, then you can do that. So your community leaders can decide to ensure that more renewable energy above and beyond the mandated standards by the state laws are actually implemented.
Great. Philip, I think we've covered the high points of this program. Is there anything I've forgotten to ask you that we ought to summarize the program with?
Yeah, no, I think we've covered most of the salient points here. This is an exciting program. It's been municipal aggregation programs, community energy aggregation programs like this one have been going in the Commonwealth for over 10 years now. And so this isn't a new concept, but it is a timely concept. With volatile electric prices and managing your pocketbook, this is a great program to make sure that a single household can get the same purchasing power as the largest industrial user. And if you want to leave the program, you can do it at any time at no cost.
Great. Well, Philip, thank you for answering some of these questions, providing some great information. Additional information can be found on the webpage that we've created, SRPEDD-muniag.com. And if there's any questions, there's a link there where you can send your questions in to us, and we'll be glad to get back to you directly. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to this program this fall.
Thank you, Rob.